Okay, so let's get into this. I'm looking at the spec sheet for the Key Digital KD AOCH98P. It's a 98-foot HDMI cable, but then I saw the price tag. We're talking around $359.
Yeah,
I mean, I know we always preach quality over, grabbing something from a bargain bin, but wow, that's a serious investment.
it is, but you have to stop thinking of it as just a cable. It's
Yeah.
it's really a piece of optical infrastructure.
Okay, infrastructure. So this isn't for connecting my Blu-ray player that's sitting right next to the TV.
Exactly. This is for a very specific mission.
Yeah.
Getting high bandwidth video across a really large room or
Mm.
through a ceiling
Yeah.
without the signal just falling apart.
Right, because that's the classic problem with copper, isn't it? Once you get past, 50 feet or so, you're kind of rolling the dice.
You are absolutely in the danger zone. The physics just works against you. Copper has resistance.
And over 100 feet.
The signal integrity is shot. You get dropouts, digital snow, or, just a black screen.
So how does this one get around that?
Well, this is an active optical cable, or AOC. It's basically a hybrid.
A hybrid, so mixing different materials?
Precisely. It uses fiber optics for the really heavy lifting, specifically the high-speed TMDS channels that carry your actual video.
So it's converting the signal to light.
It is. It converts the electrical signal to light at the source, shoots it down the glass fiber, and then converts it back to electricity at the display.
And light doesn't have the same resistance issues.
Not at all. So the signal arrives perfectly intact.
I see they advertise this OpenEye technology. They're claiming 0% signal loss. Is that just marketing speak?
No, that's actually a certification standard. It's not just fluff. It means the cable is tested to ensure a totally noise-free output. They're guaranteeing that what goes in is exactly what comes out.
Which is huge when you think about how much data we're talking about now. This is rated for 18 gigabits per second.
That's the magic number. It's the critical threshold for full 4K UHD at 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
But the real kicker is the color.
What about it?
It supports 4.4.4 chroma subsampling.
Meaning no compression on the color data at all.
None. So if you're trying to send a signal with HDR10 or Dolby Vision over that kind of distance, a normal cable might have to compress the color to keep up. You get that banding effect.
Washed out images. Yeah, I've seen that.
This pipe is just big enough to handle the raw, uncompressed signal, even at 30 meters.
Okay, so the video is pristine, but HDMI does more than just video these days. What about things like audio return or Ethernet?
That's where the hybrid design really shines. Alongside the fiber, it still has copper wires for those lower bandwidth signals, so you get full support for the audio return channel ARC and even the 100 megabit Ethernet channel.
And what about power? Active cables usually need a little USB plug hanging off the end for juice.
Not this one. It's powered by HDMI. It pulls the tiny 50 milliwatts it needs directly from the port itself.
So it's a very clean installation, no wall warts.
No extra clutter.
All right, speaking of installation, this is glass fiber. I'd be a little terrified to pull that through a conduit. Fiber isn't exactly known for being rugged.
You'd be surprised. This is really built for the job site. It's much thinner and more flexible than a big, thick copper cable. Tighter bend radius.
And it won't snap.
It's tough. The fiber itself has a pull strength of 33 pounds, and the connector head is rated for 53. You can definitely tug it through a wall.
Okay, that's impressive. And that leads to the jacket itself. It's listed as Plenum rated CMP-FT6. I know that's a safety thing, but what does that actually mean?
It's about fire code and, frankly, liability. A plenum space is the area above a drop ceiling that's used for air circulation.
For the HVAC system.
Exactly. If a fire breaks out, a standard PVC cable jacket will burn really fast and release toxic smoke, which then gets sucked into the ventilation and spread through the whole building.
Yikes. That is a massive liability.
Huge.
Hmm.
A plenum-rated jacket is made of fire-retardant materials. It burns slowly, emits very little smoke. In any commercial building, school, office, you are legally required to use plenum-rated cable in those spaces.
So using a cheap cable would be a serious code violation.
Absolutely. And suddenly that $300 price tag makes a lot more sense. It's cheaper than failing an inspection or dealing with a lawsuit.
Good point. But there is one big catch for the installer, isn't there? You can't just plug it in any old way.
Ah, yes. The one critical quirk. Because it's actively converting the signal, the cable is directional.
Meaning one end is for the source and one is for the display.
Correct. The heads are clearly marked source and display. You have to get it right.
Oh, I can just picture the headache. You finish fishing 100 feet of cable through a ceiling, you close everything up, and then you realize you put the source end into the projector.
It's a very painful mistake.
Yeah.
But, you probably only make it once.
So to sum it all up, this is a professional problem solver.
That's the bottom line. It bridges that physical gap between your high-end source and your high-end display without sacrificing quality or safety.
And without needing a bunch of repeaters along the way.
It makes the distance completely irrelevant, which, it leaves us with kind of a provocative thought.
Oh.
As we push toward 8K and video bandwidth requirements just continue to skyrocket, are we finally reaching the end of the copper age in our walls? It just seems inevitable that to keep up, we're destined to replace all that old wiring with light, with fiber optics.
A bright future,
Yeah.
quite literally. All right, that's it for this deep dive. Thanks for listening.